Hi, I'm Paul Darley, and thanks for tuning into our December issue of Inside Darley. On November 26, FEMA began awarding their 2010 Fire Act grant dollars. This first round, they awarded about $5.7 million. What was interesting to note is that there were no grants awarded for fire vehicles or fire apparatus. We went back and took a look at the 2009 statistics, and you can find all this information, and we would encourage you to continue to monitor this information at firegrantsupport.com. And as we looked at the 2000 information, there were over 5,000 grants awarded last year under the Fire Act grant program, but only 503 of those were for fire apparatus, and it was for a total of 127 of the roughly $500 million that was awarded. And that's because FEMA's put restrictions currently on how much of this program dollars can go towards fire apparatus. So while the total number of grant applications that they receive, roughly 75% of those are for fire apparatus, they limit the amount of cash that can be distributed through or be awarded through this program to 25% of the total dollars. So it's a good sign that this money is now being released, and we would encourage you to monitor that site closely. Darley's actually been a member of the National Volunteer Fire Council for probably 30 or 40 years, and we would encourage your fire department or your company to consider joining that organization if you haven't already. And you should check out their website if you never have. It's at www.nfvc.org. And this group has just released a paper that we're sharing with you here on November 10th. And the paper went and looked at volunteer fire departments who represent communities with populations under 2,500 people. And as it turns out, there's roughly 400,000 firefighters who meet this category. That's roughly 35 to 37% of all the fire departments across America fall into this category. And what they found that was very amazing, and as they looked at a 20-year or 30-year cycle, is that the age of firefighters is continuing to creep up. And just for the first time in the last couple of years, the average age of a firefighter in these communities is now over 40 years old. So something that you should be aware of for your own marketing purposes if you're a company, or your own recruitment and retention purposes if you're a fire department. And I would encourage you, too, to go to their site. They have an incredible document available under their resource area, and it's just on recruiting and retention of fire departments. It's actually a document put together by FEMA back in 2007. It's about 270 pages. We'd encourage you to download that document and take a look at it. But we would also encourage you, in light of this trend that's going on, to take a look, and just as you encounter young people in all communities, whether they be large, small, or whatever, large cities, to encourage them to join the fire department and be a volunteer. America certainly needs it. It's right at the grassroots of who we are in America, and certainly of the American Fire Service. Lastly, I'm really proud to tell you on November 30th, our W.S. Darley & Company was awarded the Illinois Family Business of the Year Award, and there were over 200 applications this year for the award. We won the award for the medium-sized category. We had over 40 Darley family members in attendance, and if you have interest in watching the video that they put together, as well as our acceptance speech for that, we've actually have it as a trailer on Inside Darley here if you want to stick around at the end of this. So. And I'll tell you, just at this time of year, it's we as a family have so much to be appreciative of, but probably one of the things that we're most grateful for is our loyal customer base and employees and vendors and strategic partners that we have. So to all of you, thank you very much for your support and your business and the chance to work with you. We look forward to working closely with you in 2011 and wish you all the best this Christmas season. Thank you very much.
At our 2010 Medium Family Business of the Year Awards winner. Please join me in congratulating W.S. Darley & Company.
When there's an emergency, you need products and services on which you can depend. When inventor William S. Darley founded Darley & Company in 1908, he brought innovative ideas to firefighting, an area where lives hang in the balance. After an historic meeting between William and Henry Ford in 1926, Darley was the first company to manufacture a fire truck. Now, over 100 years since its founding, this financially stable company offers a diverse line of quality products and services primarily for the fire service industry and the Department of Defense. It has a unique industry position that spans 6 divisions: equipment, pump, fire apparatus, Odlin foam, Oler, and defense. When Bill Darley, William's oldest son, joined the company in 1950, he created a family succession plan that includes family and non-family members to ensure continued growth and success. Today, the company's CEO is William's grandson, Paul Darley, and ownership is primarily held by 16 third-generation family members, with 10 currently working in the business. The company is proud of its corporate social responsibility program. Each year, they donate significantly to more than 250 charitable organizations. Several United Way chairmen have hailed from Darley, and the business is currently active in over 50 organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2010 Medium Family Business of the Year winner, W.S. Darley and Company.
Accepting on behalf of W.S. Darley is Paul Darley.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the entire Darley family and our executive team, I too am truly honored and humbled to receive this award. You know, our grandfather, W.S. Darley, as you just heard, started our business just over 100 years ago, not far from here, down on Washington Boulevard, and it wasn't too long after the Great Chicago Fire. His wife, Mary, our grandmother, managed the business after his death in the early 1930s and also raised 4 children, 2 of whom are here tonight. And I'd like to recognize my father, Bill Darley, who this year is celebrating 60 years with our company, if you can imagine. Thank you. His brother, Reg Darley, who managed our equipment division for more than 30 years. And with us now tonight is their sister, Pat Long, who worked in our accounting department for 25 years. Thank you, please. And I'll tell you, the contribution of these 3 was tremendous from a business standpoint, but it actually is somewhat diminished by the legacy that they left from a family standpoint because of the values that they instilled in the 3rd generation. And there's, as you heard, 16 of us now actively owning the business and 10 actively in the business. And these values are now documented in our family constitution, and some of those values include integrity, service to humanity, family unity, and stewardship. And the business now being owned by the 3rd generation, these values are truly in play every day at Darley. And we truly view ourselves as stewards of this business. I mean, it's our sincere hope that our company will just be passed on to the 4th generation as it was passed on to us. And there's currently 32 members now in the 4th generation, and it's probably growing. And I think we have 10 of them here tonight, including about 40 Darleys, by the way, and a lot of other stakeholders. And 2 of those 4th generation have just joined us over the last 2 or 3 years after fulfilling their obligations under our family participation plan. I need to recognize a few of our outside board of directors who are here tonight. Retired General Peter Schoolmaker, who is a 4-star general, recently retired Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army. Thank you. Sam Skinner, who I think many in the room probably know, Professor Steve Rogers from Northwestern's Kellogg School of Management, and Paul Faraday, who is a director of tax at John Marshall Law School and also a director at Amico for many years and a deacon in our church for the past 25 years, all provide incredible insight. I also need to recognize some key stakeholders who are here tonight from our accounting firm of Shepard, Swartz & Harris, our law firm of Tiesinger, Gottlieb, and Reinsman, and Fifth Third Bank. All of these partners have been tremendously instrumental in our growth over the past 10 years and really will be a huge part of our success moving forward. And lastly, I have to tell you, we as a company follow and try to learn as much about best family practices and really try to incorporate them in our business. And we really have to give thanks to the Loyola Family Business Center as we, as the 3rd generation, came into this business and we're starting to come of our own and learn about how to run a business and how to work together during the late 1980s and early 1990s. We relied heavily on Loyola Family Business, and I don't know where we would be today without this organization. So thank you so much to them. You know, there's an old adage that says family businesses can be the best of business or the worst of business. In our case, thanks to all of you, it's truly been the best of business. Thank you very much.
Congratulations again to W.S. Darley. And now our Large Family Business of the Year Awards winner, who also happens to be the winner of the Community Service Award. And I should say that this was a particularly heated discussion in the judging room because we really had some tremendously qualified businesses. And so the judges did something that is not done very often, but they awarded the Community Service Award to 2 families who they felt exemplified that. But we're first going to honor the winner in our Large Family Business category and Community Service Award winner number 1, Hoffer Plastics.
While working at DuPont after college, Robert Bob A. Hoffer realized he had an entrepreneurial dream. With the help of his wife Helen, he made it happen. The result is the Hoffer Plastics Corporation, a custom injection molding company founded in 1953. Known for their quality and attention to detail, they manufacture for customers in a broad range of marketplaces, including retail packaging, consumer industrial, automotive, and appliance industries. 3 generations have since worked for the company. From the beginning, Robert groomed his sons Robert Jr. and Bill to be an essential part of the business, and Bill's 3 children play key roles in the company today. Robert has made a tremendous impact on the community with the Hoffer Foundation, founded in 1966 exclusively for charitable, religious, educational, and scientific giving. The foundation has donated millions of dollars and annually gives between $275,000 and $300,000 to local, state, and industry-specific organizations. With a key focus in education, they have funded educational initiatives, scholarships, and computer labs at schools and universities throughout the region. Robert A. Hoffer was also very passionate about giving back to the plastics industry. The Hoffer Foundation actively gives to the National Plastics Museum, where Robert was a founding father. Congratulations to Hoffer Plastics Corporation, your 2010 Large Family Business of the Year and Community Service winner.
Accepting the award on behalf of Hoffer Plastics is William A. Hoffer.
Thank you. It's with a great pleasure that I say thank you for this award. And I want to thank Loyola and certainly thank all the judges and the Family Business Center for this great honor. As you saw in the video, our company was founded in 1953 by Robert Hoffer. He and our mother, Ellen, came to Elgin, Illinois, where Mother was from, and started the business. I'm happy to say my mother is still with us and celebrated her 92nd birthday on Thanksgiving Day of this past week. I'm happy also to have my brother Bob here with us, as well as my sister Mary. We represent the 2nd generation of the company. The 3rd generation is well represented by our daughters Gretchen and Charlotte and our son Alex, who are diligently working to further the legacy that Dad started many years ago. We're blessed to have a great workforce at the company, a dedicated people who are continually meeting the challenges of our interesting customers and our interesting business. Over at our 2 tables, we have over 260 years of experience with our people and hopefully with many more to come. We also have at our table here my wife Taffy, Mary's husband Dave, and my daughter-in-law Sarah, all representing the family tonight. Over the last year or two, we've obviously all seen an interesting business situation with challenges due to the business conditions that we've all experienced. We've actually come out of the year 2009 in a very strong position, and 2010 is going to be almost a record year compared to the last decade. We're very pleased with that. At the same time, the younger exec team that we have pushed me into talking about looking at a strategic plan and looking at a strategic direction for the company. This was accomplished. We went through the process, which really worked very well, but at the same time reiterated and reinforced many of the ideals that Dad had and that Dad started the company with. We came out of it with values of family, integrity, service, and trust, which we felt were very indicative of what we needed to move ahead. Family is obvious. We have a great family of support within the business, as well as we've had many families that have worked for us. Families like the Bernas, the Byers, the Larsons, Enos, and the Brewers today have been very strong family groups that have helped us take the company to where we are today. Integrity. I really believe we've embodied the whole idea of integrity with our employees as well as our customers. The average employee at Hoffer has over 13 years experience. We have 57 members of our company with over 20 years, 35 with over 30 years, and 4 over 40 years of experience. Our top 10 customers have a total of 232 years working with us, and that's growing every day. Not bad compared to conventional wisdom. Service, this is what we were raised on and continues to be the norm for our company. We do things every day for customers to make clear we go the extra mile, we take care of the customer, and we do things for each employee to let them expand their abilities to whatever extent they can. Trust is the last value, and we think the most important. We earn the trust of our employees and our customers every day. We do so by doing what is right, by being open and honest with every one of them, not always popular, and sharing the vision and the goals with each of them. Yes, we even try to do this with our customers. So in the end, many, if not most, of the ideals that our dad started and passionately pursued for all his years are in fact exactly what has made Hoffer Plastics what it is today. We truly attempt to provide a learning, caring atmosphere for all our employees to thrive in while meeting the needs of our challenging customers. We continue the ideals that Dad started and hope we can keep them going in this very challenging environment. We have the greatest complement of employees that any company could ask for. They are determined, they're focused, and they work hard. We have the best customers also who challenge us every day to be better. I have a family committed to continue this legacy that Dad started in 1953. To potential employees who might hear this, come see us. To customers who hear this, please come try us. In either case, we pledge never to disappoint them. That's why I'm most proud to accept this award for Family Business of the Year. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the recognition and this great evening that's been provided. We will be forever grateful to Loyola for this wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
So we've heard about one of our Community Service Award winners, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Community Service Award itself. We established the Community Service Award in 1997, which was originally inspired by J.M. Smucker's commitment to education and community service. Richard Smucker was here with us that year to inaugurate the award, and the award honors the legacy that family built in community service. Since 1997, we've seen many, many families, and this year we have 2 winners, but our second winner tonight is Grecian Delight Foods.
Better? It's a question Peter Parthenis Sr., then an engineering student at the University of Illinois, Chicago, asked himself when he got tired of watching the meat processing machines break down at his favorite restaurants in Greektown. So, to make things better, he used his engineering expertise to invent a vertical rotisserie that is now the industry standard. He founded Grecian Delight Food shortly after his success. 35 years later, the business thrives on artisan flatbreads, signature sauces and spreads, specialty meats, and prepared ethnic foods. Loyalty, generosity, and stewardship have always been high priorities within the Parthenis family. Today, Peter's 3 children, Pete Jr., Stacy, and Tina, run the company with Pete Sr.'s passion, morals, values, and his desire to make things better. In 2008, Grecian Delight Foods continued to stand with victims of Hurricane Katrina by donating 36,000 pounds of food to the continuing relief effort, years after initial support had waned. The company has donated 55,000 pounds of food annually to the Greater Chicago Food Depository and Operation Blessings, helping to feed the needy in the Chicago area. They also donate an estimated 5,000 pounds of food annually to local churches. It is in this spirit that we are awarding Grecian Delight Foods with the Community Service Award.
Accepting the award on behalf of Grecian Delight Foods is George Jordanis.
Good evening. First, I want to clear that I'm not Peter Parthenis. He's much better looking, but I'm the youngest one. And also, I'm Peter's partner. Have been since practically the inception of the company back in 1974. I want to express sincere thanks for honoring us for this award. And I also want to say that it has been really inherited in our culture and our company's culture to appreciate the fact that coming back from Greece in the mid-60s, this country has given us the excellent opportunity to get an excellent education, to get a good education, to work hard and devote and sacrifice and become successful in any business endeavor that we take. It's something that among our friends, we have a saying that really you can say it in 3 words, sometimes in gesture and as a joke, sometimes very seriously, and that is only in America. Only in America an immigrant can come, get an education, and flourish and provide a good family and a good family living and opportunity. For all that, we appreciate the opportunity, and we have an open mind, and every opportunity that we have to give, we open up our company, we open up our hearts, and we work with a lot of social services, and we work with a lot of educational services that we have provided. And for that, we're always grateful that we're given the opportunity. At Grecian Delight, we have 2 facilities. And that's the second one is just about ready to be started up in about a month. So we have hard work coming up for us. We employ about 200 people at 2 facilities in Elk Grove Village. And all of them, or not all of them, but a lot of them are all immigrants, well, legal immigrants, of course. And And I can see every day their appreciation of having the opportunity to be in this country, in this wonderful country, and provide for their families and give them a comfort living. Again, we feel very honored to receive this award. And on behalf of Peter and the family, I want to thank you all. I just want to add that Peter is not here for a very good reason. I think as soon as the weather turned, he took off to Florida. No, not really. What happens is that Peter's youngest daughter, Tina, just had a baby 2 days ago, a beautiful baby girl, and his oldest daughter, Stacy, is, as we speak, in the hospital expecting twins. So the whole family has been recruited into these wonderful new additions for the family. So again, thank you very much, and God bless.
See, the next generation keeps coming and coming and coming. Families can grow faster than most businesses, but our winners tonight challenge that feat. Some of you may know the statistics about family businesses, that only 30% survive to the second generation, only 10% make it to the third. So our final award of the evening honors a family that's beaten those odds again and again and again. It honors a family that has survived for over 100 years and continued to live with an integrity and business innovation and success. So please join us in honoring Ferrara Pan Candy.
Making Italian pastries and candy almonds is an art form. Just ask the family running Ferrara Pan Candy Company. As an American immigrant in 1900, company founder Salvatore Ferrara stuck to what he knew how to do well: the art of making pastries and confetti, or the sugar-coated candy almonds traditionally eaten at Italian weddings. By 1908, he was shipping his tasty treats throughout the Midwest. After forming a partnership with brothers-in-law Salvatore Buffardi and Anello Pagano, the trio expanded the business to a wide variety of confections. 4 generations of Ferrara, Buffardi, and Pagano families have continued to own and manage the Ferrara Pan Candy Company, with 7 family members working at the executive level today. They feel one of the most important benefits of having a family business is that it keeps the family together. They look forward to welcoming the 5th generation into a thriving and expanding company. By donating to causes throughout the area, the company has made community impact a priority. The American Red Cross of Greater Chicago, the Children's Brain Tumor Foundation, Tufts Medical Center, the Black Hawk Alumni Association, the Alyssa Pagano Memorial Foundation, and the Shrine of Our Lady of Pompeii have all benefited from values put forth by Salvatore and his brothers-in-law over 100 years ago. Today, we honor the continuation of those values by awarding Ferrara Pan Candy Company with the 2010 Century Award.
Accepting the award on behalf of Ferrara Pan is Lou Pagano II.
I'd like to thank Loyola Family Business Center for honoring us with this prestigious award. I accept it on behalf of our family and our co-workers at Ferrara Pan Candy. Ferrara Pan is now in our 103rd year of business, having started as a small pastry shop on Taylor Street. Now we often say that our grandfathers and our great-grandfathers, if they could only see what it's become now, they would never believe it. I represent the 4th generation of the company, along with my cousin L.J. Buffardi, who's here tonight. The 3rd generation was gracious enough to let us to accept the award. I don't know, L.J., maybe that's a harbinger of things to come, so we'll see. In addition, I'd like to mention the man who built this company, my Uncle Nello Ferrara, who celebrated his 92nd birthday on Sunday with Bill's mother. My grandfather, Lou Pagano, who's in his 81st year. And the third generation is represented by my Uncle Jim Buffardi, my Uncle Sal Ferrara II, and my father, Tom Pagano. On a personal note, I also like to thank my recent fiancée, Annie, who's here tonight with me. I think she was concerned it might be 103 years before I finally asked her to marry me, so she's very, very excited. Our family realized a long time ago that we couldn't grow this business alone, and to grow it, we needed strong co-workers with us, and that's something that we're most proud of. Our co-workers are our family at For Our Pan. Most people that join our company end up staying at our company. That's the last job that they have. We have third and fourth generation families that work in our business. Our average tenure of working at our company is 18 years. One of my favorite ceremonies is at Christmas. We do a Christmas luncheon, and we present watches to co-workers who've been with our company for 20 years or more. Last year, we distributed 23 watches. This year, we're actually expected to distribute the same amount. This is another reason we're thrilled to have a couple of our co-workers here tonight. Angie Castajon, who's been with us for 10 years. She's a relative newbie. She's our Director of Human Resources. And then Tim Murphy, who's our Vice President of Quality Control. He's been with us for 29 years. So I'd like to welcome them. And lastly, I'd like to thank the Loyola Family Business Center for the support and guidance that they've given our family over the years. I know my father was one of the first participants in the PAG groups years ago. We've been a founding member of the center. My cousin LJ and I are both active in the PAG groups now, and I'm also a recent graduate of NGLI, and some of my fellow graduates are here with me tonight. So thank you guys for coming. And in closing, something I'd like to say that I know that all of us in this room realize that family businesses are a different animal. The highs are higher and the lows are certainly lower. And the business can tear a family apart if you're not careful. And we're fortunate enough to have a business that keeps us together. And without this business, our family wouldn't be as close as we are now. And there's no dollar amount or price tag that you can put on that. So, thank you.
So he threw out a lot of acronyms in that one. PAG groups, NGLI. PAG groups are peer advisory groups, and NGLI is our Next Generation Leadership Institute, just to fill you in. And if you want to know more about those, we're happy to tell you, and they're in our brochure, which is floating around as well. But please join me in honoring all of our winners and finalists again one last time. Family business is not easy, and putting on an event like this is not easy. But I'd like to honor and recognize a Loyola student who is primarily responsible for many, in fact, most of the details for this evening, Elizabeth Planick, who is to my left. It's a testament to the quality of the Loyola student that they could jump in and run an event like this without a hitch. And the credit goes to Elizabeth and the rest of the Family Business Center team. So thank you. A reminder to our winners and finalists, we'll have the photographer here to take pictures with your family up here on stage so you can capture the moment. But we'd like to thank you all, our sponsors, our friends, our family here for being with us tonight and honoring our winners. Have a happy holiday, and we look forward to seeing you next year.